it's Gina and Tiffany with Standing Promises, and we're coming to you tonight with our Beatitude Bible study, and that's found in Matthew 5, and we usually always start it with Tiffany reading from 1 to 12. This is the Sermon on the Mount. Right. Okay, so this is what you know probably as the Sermon on the Mount. So anyway, but she's going to read through the NIV, and then I'll read just tonight's verse in the Message Bible, because that's the one I'm reading right now, and I like the way it's worded. So anyway, I'll let her read, and so it's you time.
All right.
Woohoo!
Oh, there goes the
bookmark down.
All right, it's Matthew 5, verse 1. Now when he saw the crowds, he went up on the mountainside and sat down. His disciples came to him, and he began to teach them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Da-da-da.
All right. Fantastic job, Tiffany.
Back to you.
So the verse in the NIV reads, Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. And in the Message Bible, mine reads, you are blessed when you can show people how to cooperate instead of compete or fight. That's when you discover who you really are and your place in God's family. I like that. You're blessed when you can cooperate and not compete or fight. So,
there you go.
So you were reading up on what peacemaker meant. What was your find?
I mean, it's basically what it sounds like. Peacemaker is someone who tries to bring peace. Mm-hmm. Or it talked a lot about reconciliation. Mm-hmm. And I always thought of it just as with other people, like being peaceful with other people and trying to help other people be peaceful. But it also was talking about people who try to help reconcile people to God. So, like witnessing to people and, and trying to teach them about God and bring them to Christ and those kind of people too. It was included in this. So definitely in that way, when you reach out to someone and help bring them in, you know, that's a blessing to get to see their lives be changed and impacted by what God does in their lives. So that's one way to be a peacemaker.
Very cool.
And then, you know, the more practical, what we think about too, just with other people and being peacemaker in your own relationships, you know, if there's conflict, and being the one to apologize or being the one to, you know, reach out and make things right. Or also when there are other people in conflict that, you know, trying to help, you know, maybe help them see each other's perspective, or, you know, bring a different perspective into that, and just encourage them to get along and be peaceful. So.
Yeah. This one, I mean, when I think of a peacemaker, people that, it says people that, show people how to cooperate instead of compete or fight. And I don't know, the first thing I think about is my dad, because like he was the most laid back, even kiltered, like never, you know, I never heard him say a harsh word about anybody. He never fought with anybody. I don't know. And that's just what I think about when I think of a peacemaker, is just his character and, you know, just who he was and how he presented himself. And I don't know. It was just, he, you know, he left that legacy behind just to, I don't know. It was kind of a cool.
I was just thinking about, you know, I talk about this every time, but how I was always taught that these were, like, if you do this, you will be blessed. Because you will be rewarded for acting this way.
Right.
But to look at it differently now, as in, a blessing is the feeling the joyousness of being blessed when you are a peacemaker. So I was thinking about all of right now there's a lot of not peaceful stuff that is out there, like social media and in the news.
Right.
And I try very hard to stay out of that and even, not even read it, but, for sure not posting something that's going to be controversial or, and I know some people feel very strongly they have to take a stand, but in doing that, sometimes, your words can be divisive. And then, you see people all the time, like, I can post whatever I want to post on my page, and which is true. You can post whatever, say whatever you want, but often that is going to cause a division or cause, offense in someone else.
Right.
And they're going to retaliate to that. Well, in posting that, you weren't being a peacemaker. You were causing division, and you're not going to feel blessed. You're not going to feel happy.
Right.
Because now you have a conflict that you have initiated because of that. Or, it's very hard sometimes when someone posts something that you disagree with, or something, the hardest one for me is when someone posts something that is most definitely not even truth. Or they have posted something divisive that you can really easily find that has been, a picture that's been photoshopped, or a picture that has been given a new story that isn't what it truly was about. And it's really hard not to comment back on those because, you want to take a stand, or you also want to stand up for the truth, but then it makes you look at that person who posted it differently because now you're in conflict with them. And so, even being a peacemaker and just letting it go, not having to comment or not initiating a conversation that's going to bring, difference of opinion, or, there are times when, we do have to take a stand for certain things, right or wrong, and, but on the social media, I don't think that's what God was talking about, standing for what is right, or,
right.
That's a whole other platform that we need to just be cautious in. And, and we have a platform where we can either post and say things that are going to draw people into Christ and draw people into unity, or we can post something that's going to be divisive. And, I know, if I've posted, even if I just repost a scripture or repost someone else's blog that, is uplifting, and I get a comment back from someone saying, oh, I needed to hear that. That is a blessing when you see that you have touched someone, in a moment. God used you to reach out to them and give them something they needed at that time, So
Right.
Much more than if you post something controversial and someone comes back and says something hateful. That doesn't bless you at all.
No, not at all.
So, we're going to be peaceful peacemakers.
Yes, you're
and
blessed.
we're going to feel the blessing that comes from that.
That our peaceful words and peaceful thoughts leave will in turn bring a blessing.
Right.
And you'll feel blessed just because you're not being divisive and conflicting in your heart. You're just being peaceful. So, there you go. Like you said, it's kind of is what it is on that one. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, tomorrow we will. I'll go through this one again with a kind of a story about how I view that, and then Tiffany will have it on Sunday, and then we'll start the next one on Monday. So, anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.